impart education, but also to inculcate discipline and qualities in the students. So students are advised to follow strict discipline as long as they are in the campus. You should feel protected and shielded under the guidance of our teachers, hence you should honor their presence. Finally, I would like to advise you to become an extraordinary in every respect. Whatever you do it with whole heart and achieve excellence. Real journey of your future begins from here. I wish you all the best and good luck for all your future endeavors. Now before I wind up, I'll just like to quote what Swami Vivekananda has said. We are responsible for what we are and whatever we wish ourselves to be. We have the power to make ourselves. Thank you. Now I would like to request our principal sir to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, one and all. Good afternoon, one and all. Morning, we had a same session for CSC department as well as for ECE department. Dignitaries on the dash. Today, Chief Guest Sri Madhusudana Gilada, co-founder Radius Technologies. Guest of honor Sri Aizaz Khan, founder and director of Talentious Solutions Private Limited. Our beloved secretary and correspondent Sri Krishna Rao sir, Director Infrastructure Sri Rakesh Reddy sir, Sri Pradeep Reddy Garu, Dr. Lakshmipati Rao sir, Director MCET, Professor Venkateshwar, Dean Examinations, and Dr. Anuradha HOD HNS, dear HODs, our budding engineers, parents, my colleagues, media people, and press reporters. Once again, good afternoon, one and all. At the outset, I should congratulate all the students here who have taken admission here at our institute, and this is a very right choice made with the students. In addition to that, I welcome them all into our Methodist family. So I assure you that your kids are in very safe hands of our faculties and with us, with our management, and you need not worry about that. In addition to that, but at least once in a 15 days or once in a month, the parent has to inquire about the student progress, their attendance and internal marks and all that. I request all the parents to visit at least once in a fortnight or a month to the concerned HOD or to the department. And the methodology in intermediate colleges, learning concept of intermediate colleges, it will be different, and in professional engineering college it will be different. Obviously, intermediate colleges which was like just a spoon feed, but here it won't be like. You have to put your efforts where we have got a very good library. In addition to that, we have got a teaching, highly qualified, experienced teaching professionals are there. So you have to make use of them, because you are going to stay with us only from 9:30 to 4:50 that hour. Later on, the parents also is the responsibility of the parents to take care of them. So in addition to that, I will highlight our Methodist College of Engineering and Technology. Let me brief about it. So it is a non-minority education institution established in the year 2008 under the leadership of Sri K. Krishna Rao sir. It is spread over 5 acres of sprawling campus. All these beautiful buildings were created by our director Sri Rakesh Reddy sir, and our institute has constantly striving to achieve excellence in technical education, and success of its programs are evaluated using highest standards of quality, innovation and visibility. During 2021, the year 2021 was really an watershed for our institute, wherein we got a NAC accreditation with a A+ grade with a CGPA of 3.32. Then later, wherein all engineering courses have been accredited by National Board of Accreditation, that is NBA. Later again, in the month of August 2021, our college became autonomous by University Grant Commission. This autonomous, we got it for 10 years. So we offer, our institute offers 6 engineering courses: civil, computer science and engineering, AIDS, ECE, EEE and mechanical engineering. Apart from PG courses like ME in CAD/CAM specialization and MBA in business management for 60 intake. Total intake of our institution is 618. And we have a research center which is affiliated to Osmania University, which is under Mechanical Engineering Department. So as you are aware that we already got an autonomous, the rules for the autonomous are different. Anyway, that you will come across in the next induction sessions. So autonomous means wherein this curriculum development, home courses and restructuring can be done. In addition to that, assessment, examination, whole system will be with the university, with the college, but under the supervision of university nominee and UGC nominee. So we will be guided by the UGC directly and university nominees. So we can promote we can have a modern tools for taking this classwork, not a normal blackboard teaching which will not do it. We are going to have technical tools, we can have an advanced tools to implement our teaching learning processes like ICT tools and all like. In addition to that, we promote healthy practices like community services, extension services like NSS and all. So only I want to just highlight here, the duration of the course is 4 years, where within a span of 6 years maximum, 6 years you have to complete. That means 4 years is the normal duration. Worst case you can extend up to 6 years. But see to it that once if you have a backlog in the first year, that becomes a convenience for the second year and all. Please try to complete the course within a given time of 4 years only. In addition to that, the attendance is mandatory for all the semesters. You need to have 75% attendance. So you need to have a 75% attendance. So parents, I request I appeal all the parents to be more cautious about this. Please inform them, keep a watch on your watch. So, and in addition to that, let me highlight about faculty. We have around 149 faculty members, out of which 25% of the faculties are with a PhD qualification. 25% of the faculties are with PhD qualification. Till 33 members are being pursuing PhD in various organizations, in universities and all like. So last year, let me highlight our students are very studious. Our students have bagged 4 university ranks, in addition to 3 university ranks within the last 5 years. So this is an achievement of our institute, and our institute is ranked in the ARIA, that is Atal Ranking Institutions of Innovation and Achievement. That is an initiative of Ministry of Education. In addition to the IIC Institution Innovation Council, there also we have ranked. So these are all the added advantages to our institute. So we have a center of excellence in ECE department, mechanical department and CNC department with an ICT academy, Dell Academy, OU TBA, Osmania University TBA and all that. So that the startups and all for the students can be started. In addition to that, we have got a huge big library, wherein the area of the library is around 550 meters square. Total number of volumes available in the library will be in the range of around 24,000 plus. In addition to e-journals, where we have a dedicated digital library, around 20 systems are being connected there. So 5,000 e-resources or journals, research journals can be shared, can be utilized in our digital library. I request all the students to make use of that. Library is also heart of the any education institutions and all that. So in addition to that, one thing I would like to highlight here is, from our faculty members as well as from the students, we have got around 59 patents have been published and granted by Patent Authority of India. 59 patents have been published recently. Published and 7 have been granted. So this is a very good achievement of our institute. Generally, parents look for placement opportunities of their parents where the wards select. So let me highlight that during 21-22, wherein we have around 30 companies visited to our institution. Out of that, 428 students have been placed. 428 students have been placed with a average package of 4.83 lakhs, maximum of around 14.91 lakhs. That was the status for 21-22. This time, already for 22-23, our placement team has achieved, started already, recorded. So wherein we started activities, placement activities during September 15th. On September 15th, by 30th of October, which is to the extent of around 190 students are already been placed. Within a span of 1 month, wherein our placement team could achieve a placement record of 119. Still we have a 3 to 4 months of time. So wherein the package started with 8.5 lakhs, 7.5 lakhs for some of the companies, and 5.6 lakhs and all. So this is a very good, I should congratulate the placement team for doing this operations. So in addition to that, we have made it as a mandatory from the second year onwards, wherein I think, let me introduce Dr. Aizaz Khan, who is a training partner for our institute. So generally from second year, third year and final year, all the students have to undergo placement training, which is free of cost. That means to say that from second year, third year and final year, we will going to equip them with all the placement tools, interview skills and all to meet the requirement of premium companies. So I request all the students, it is a part of our curriculum. It is a part of our curriculum along with the timetable only, wherein the students have to attend it. So all the students have to make use of this. So by the end of their graduation, definitely there will not be any problem in getting the required jobs or something like that. So in addition to, let me highlight the learning environment at our campus. We have got 5 blocks. Each block is dedicated for each department, and Wi-Fi enabled campus, wherein we have got a dedicated line, leased line of 100 Mbps leased line, and 1 gigabytes broadband line is available. So totally it's a Wi-Fi enabled campus. In addition to that, we have got a medical cell also. A dedicated doctor comes here 3 days in a week. So cafeteria, auditorium is there, which is all dedicated for our institute. And in addition to that, total all the buildings, total laboratories are being monitored under CCTV surveillance. So we have around 93 cameras have been connected across the campus. So in addition to that, for junior students, a dedicated anti-ragging cell, student cells like anti-ragging is there, women protection cell, online grievance reduction cell, redressal cell is there. In addition to the mentoring cell, which is a part of our best practices like. So wherein for 19 students, 1 teacher wherein we have appointed. So that whatever the problems related to their progresses, internal marks, attendance and all like, you can directly talk to the mentor. Mentor wherein the phone number and all which will be given by the concerned HODs. You can directly interact with them, so that once in a fortnight or once in a month you can have this. So career guidance cell, dedicated career guidance cell, we have NSSL for development and enhancement of students. In addition to one thing I want to highlight for girls and boys, we have a dedicated gym for men and women for maintaining the best this one against the institute. So these are all the highlights of our institute. I don't want to take much of your time in the afternoon. So we have a tie-up with some of the companies like Oracle, WP, OS Corporation Technologies, IIT Madras for NPTEL courses. IIT Bombay spoken tutorials and all like. These are all the MOUs to increase our industry-institute interactions. Thank you very much. Once again, I congratulate all the students. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for giving us, the students and the parents, the needful insights to let them continue in the next 4 years in our college. Now I request our chief guest, Sri Madhusudan Gilada, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nice. I see that all of you have spoken back. I know it's post-lunch. I hope you all had lunch before coming down. I know you must all be very excited to come on the first day of your college. Your parents will be very proud of you. I'm here from the industry. Sir wanted me to talk more from the industry perspective, and that's why I'm here. Before I start, I would like to first extend pleasantries, and I would like to thank everyone on the dais to calling me here and talking to you all young people who are just going to be entering a stage where we as industry would want to be looking at you. I would like to first name few people and then thank them before I start talking about my experiences and what we look from the industry perspective. So sir, Krishna sir, Prabhu sir, Pradeep Reddy sir, Praveen sir, Akesh sir, thanks all of you for welcoming me here. Let me quickly start about my experience. See, I'll tell you one thing. I may not look like a Hyderabad person, but I just stay across the road here. So I have seen this college grow. I would say that you all, including your parents, should be lucky that you are in one of the colleges which is in the heart of the city. There are only very few colleges which are in the heart of the city. In fact, when I did my engineering, which is in electronics, I actually had to travel 500 kilometers from here and stay away from my house. So you are lucky people to be in the city, in a college, awesome infrastructure. I think we should basically thank sirs on the dais for that. I have done, I don't come from an IIM, IIT background, just to be clear, and I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. It really doesn't need an IIM, IIT background to basically excel in life. I don't say I've touched my excellence, but then I can say that just 2 or 3 years into my experience, I was leading teams from IIM and IITs. So it doesn't take you a big degree, but it just needs your hard work and dedication towards work for you to basically become higher or excel in your careers. Okay? So that's something which you'll have to take a note of. You've done your 12th, so I know that competitive exams starts from 9th standard nowadays, teaching for that, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. All of us have gone through, I've written MSET, I've written ISET, I've done everything, KSET and everything in my career. So it's not that I'm very old. Just about 20 years back that 25 years back that I wrote MSET as well. So I know that for competitive exams we start writing and studying from 8th standard, 9th standard onwards. So parents push us. But you've done that, you've completed that, you are no more into a competitive space. Till 12th, till your MSETs, you were basically working towards competing against each other to get that seat, right? You are no more competing against each other. What you really need to do in your academic studies as part of engineering is definitely learn the concepts. No more competitive stuff here. You are for yourself and you're not competing against each other for a job. Now why I say that is, I'm going to talk from industry and I'm going to talk very specific stuff. In 2021, the statistics said that about 8 jobs are available for every engineering coming out. Every engineering coming out had 8 jobs in the market. But that engineer should be deployable. That means that engineer should have the knowledge to take a job. That was in 2021. And in that statistics, it also said that in 2025, every deployable engineer coming out, right, will have 20 jobs in hand. That means there are 20 jobs available for every good engineer coming out. So, do you really need to compete with each other? No, because there are 20 jobs only for you. If you want if you are deployable. So, am I loud enough?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. So I can be more louder. Okay. So that's what I want to say. So you're not competing with each other. That's something which you need to take care of. So what do you need to do in engineering? You need to ensure that you are learning the concepts, whichever engineering you do. Be it civil, be it mechanical, be it EEE, be it AI/ML, whatever engineering you do, you need to understand the concepts. Because when you move from your engineering 4th year to the job market, right, where your companies like us are coming and talking to you, it doesn't matter what job we want to get done for you. Is it a software job? Is it a mechanical job? What? Have you spent time understanding what was taught to you? Is important. If you know that, what it means, basically means is what we teach you after that, what we deploy you for, will also be easy for you to pick up. That's something which you need to understand. So spend 4 years understanding concepts and practicing those concepts. Now I use the word practicing, right? So one of the most important things that you need to take care of in your engineering is not just conceptual knowledge. You need to ensure that you put your concepts into practice. Think of a lot of internships, think of a lot of project works that you need to do. Don't just stick to the project works which are related to your college academic stuff. That is the 6th semester project and the 8th semester project. That's what is general engineering project work, right? Start as early as 2nd semester or 3rd semester. Start working for 2 hours with the industry folks, so that you know what you need to be doing, what is the industry looking for. So I would urge parents, in fact students as well, to start pushing students. After your 4 p.m. college ends, go back home, rest, play, do whatever, but spend 2 hours from your home working for someone in the industry. Starting 1st, 2nd year semester, 2nd year is free, maybe 3rd year they will start paying you if you are good enough, if you are giving them input back, okay? So, what I am trying to say is that when we come for recruitment, right, what we look at is not what your 10th marks, 12th marks or engineering marks are. We actually look, if you put a 2-page CV or a 3-page CV, some people put 4-page CV. At 12th standard, at engineering, 4-page CV or 3-page CV doesn't have actually anything. They keep writing something or the other. What we look at is, what have you contributed? Not your 4th year engineering project or third year engineering project. What have you done in the industry? What have you done? Have you contributed anything to the companies? Have you worked with someone in the industry? That gives you a bigger push in your CV than what are your marks. This is a very important thing because I am talking from the industry what we look at, not your 10th standard. Obviously your 10th standard, 12th standard engineering marks count. Nowadays when I was finishing engineering, 70-75%, engineering marks were very high. Today 85% is also less. So engineering has become also like a commodity where it's like 12th standard, 10th standard. Engineering marks are also very high. But then that is not what we look at. We look at what have you contributed. Concepts, practice, I think from the concepts perspective, I think Sir has already told, we've got companies coming here, just Sir is there who will be taking you through the industry relevant concepts as well. See, one thing I'm very clear about, engineering is a very good base. Industry is moving faster, academics is moving faster as well. But our base has to be strong, then our concepts on those base have to be very strong, and what we have done with those concepts is what we display in our CV. If you show that, those 20 jobs will become 40 for you. People will chase you for job. People will give you extra premium in your first salary itself. That's how industry is. You saw the last years, 2 years with your brothers and sisters, elders, cousins. Last 2 years have been very good because there was shortage. Now recession comes, not comes, doesn't really matter. You guys are going to coming out in 4 years, the industry will be again good. But you need to show something in your CV to do that. Don't just bank on your marks to get a job. Do something above and over that. That's something which I would want to send from a message perspective. Now before I go away from here, I just want to point out 3-4 different things. Marks are important, but then practical knowledge is more important. Practical knowledge includes internships and projects. One thing which I got as advice when I started first, right, is once you come into a job, don't take my words in literal sense, but once you get into a job or even when you're doing engineering, you ask questions. Don't stop asking questions. Now don't go and bug sirs, professors, teachers asking questions for every small little thing. Ask question to yourself. What does it make sense? Why should it be done this way? First you ask yourself. If you're not able to answer yourself, ask your friends, ask your parents. Then you come to your professors and teachers. Everyone is here to help you. Asking questions is very important. Even now, for me, in this stage of my life, even till I take a last breath. Asking questions to us and to the people around us is important for relevant topics. If you keep asking questions and irritating people, then people will not answer you anyways. But ask relevant questions. That's very important thing which I would want to add. Third thing is having an opinion. So we did engineering, we had started doing engineering because our parents wanted to do it. That's all gone now. You guys are now, guys, girls are all becoming adults now, right? So having an opinion is very important. Shaking head for everything is not going to help. But most important thing, sir also said, madam also said, is discipline. And I think a Methodist is known for discipline. So I think discipline with having an opinion is very important. Last thing, I don't want to be just preaching study and work. I would like to add that enjoy this time. This is a very good time for you. Enjoy this time, but have your target in mind. What do you want to have? Do you want to be a Google employee? Do you want to be an entrepreneur? Do you want to be a Microsoft employee? Do you want to be an Amazon employee? Do you want to be a TCS employee? Whatever it be. Have your target in mind. Work towards that target. But enjoy this time. Engineering time won't come back. And you people are in the best place to have a good time, because other colleges, most of the colleges which I have visited are at like about 30, 40, 50 kilometers from the city. You are in the center of the city. Okay? I would like to just end one thing with one statement, which I would like to see if you understand well. Plan your work and work your plan. Remember these words, okay? This is very important from the perspective of your career. Plan your work and work your plan. That means you need to put a plan in place, day-to-day plan, weekly plan, monthly plan, and then you need to follow that plan. It's very important that I have learned over time. I think you are very early. We did not get those opportunities to talk to industry people so early. I think the college as well as the placement teams here encourage you all to talk to industry folks early. You will get many more people talking to you, but think about it. Put a plan in place. You are not just still in 10th or 12th. You just come into a different stage now. Plan it well and start working on that plan. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for making it short but more meaningful. I think all the students have got the basics. What sir wanted to tell us. Concentrate, focus on the basics, ask questions, be disciplined, and these are the basic things what you made a teacher's job very easy. What we teachers keep telling day in, day out in the class, I think sir said the same thing. But thank you so much, sir. Now I invite our director, sir, Professor Lakshmi Garu, to come and address the gathering.
Very good afternoon to one and all. I extend a warm welcome again on behalf of Methodist College of Engineering and Technology to all the parents first and the newly admitted students and all the dignitaries sitting on the dais. You have already heard from the horse's mouth, that is from Madhusudan Gilaga. Because when you are joining your wards, in any engineering college for that matter, not only in Methodist College of Engineering or Technology, what you will be looking for is, what will be the future of my son or daughter? And many parents, the first question they ask when they come to college is, how many companies visit your college? What will be the pay package? Will you give a guarantee that my ward will be placed? So these are the questions. Even today, I am seeing young bright faces in front of me, I was observing, and worried faces of parents. Because this is their worry. Because they are spending their hard-earned money on their children. What is their interest? They don't get anything. Ultimately, they are interested in the future of the students. they would like their was to settle in life very well. If that is done, yes, they feel satisfaction. And when they become old, like me, I am 72 years old, they don't expect anything from the children. If you are well settled and if you don't depend on your parents, that is enough. Now today, intentionally we have invited two guests. One is the person who can answer all your queries regarding the placements. He is a recruiter. He has already answered. And the another one is the trainer who trains you for placements. So after my presentation, he will be interacting with you. So what are the components that go into the training and how well you can be trained to face the reality. Now my duty as a director is to tell you about what the college can do, how the college can help you, and what we expect both from parents and students. That is my job. So as you all know, this is the best choice you have made in joining Methodist College of Engineering and Technology. I have been associated with the college for the past 12 years. And I was in the university service, retired there, and straight away joined this college, and I was working here. One of the best aspects of this college is you need not waste 3 to 4 hours of time of travel. You are exposed to environmental hazards, and by the time they go to the college, they will be tired and they feel like sleeping, not feel like attending classes. So that problem is not there with this college. That is the best advantage you have. And then there are many, those who are coming from districts. You may think that there are no attached hostels for this particular college. But in and around this campus, within a radius of half a kilometer, there are number of affordable and good hostels, and the college can help you in getting your wards admitted in those hostels. And of course, regarding the faculty, already our principal had explained you, we had highly competent, committed and faculty, and 25% of them are having PhD, and they are all constantly, they will be interested in the welfare of the students. One important aspect of this college is, the principal has already highlighted that we had about 59 patents. Now out of these 59 patents, let me tell you, 14 patents are filed by the students of 3rd and 4th years of this particular college. That shows that we are promoting quality and innovative research. So if you go to a company for a campus placement and you say that I have a patent and show it, your chances of getting employed are much more than when you don't have any patents. He talked about internships, projects. Now I am talking about patents. So these are the innovative methods that you have to evolve. Getting marks alone is not sufficient these days. Yes, you may score 95%. And another student, even if he secures 60%, he get a job, and the person who is scoring 95, he will not be selected. The reasons already were explained by the earlier speaker. So getting marks is not the only thing. That is only a passport, that's all. So that gives you eligibility to attend campus placement. We can get many companies to the campus. Can we force Mr. Madhusudan Giladi to take you? Get a job? No. Who can do that? You must get selected. But our management can get these companies to the campus, and also before getting them to the campus, we are imparting training through our training partner. Earlier, when we were not having autonomous status, whatever curriculum is finalized by the university, we were following literally. And there was no scope in the curriculum to include some of the courses which can develop the soft skills and other skills required for an engineering graduate. Now, since last year, we have become autonomous. We frame our own curriculum. So in this, we are incorporating so many courses. First year, we are concentrating on communication skills. That is the first thing required for all the students or for any student to get employed. Unless you express yourself, unless you talk what you know, how can anybody employ? So the first thing, first you must ask when you face the committee, why should you be employed? I'll ask this question. Why should you be employed in a particular company? If you ask this question and if you can answer this, you will be definitely selected. If you say that because I got 90% or 85%, I should be selected, no, there are no takers for that. There are so many engineering graduates who got 90%. In what way you are different from them? How you are useful to the company? What is company is looking in you? Those things you must be able to explain. Unless, why should that company employ you? Unless you are useful to the company? That is the question that you should ask. How best I can help the company? Of course, company is giving salary, you are being benefited. In what your company is benefited, if they offer 18.5 lakhs or 28.5 lakhs? No, company is not benefited, you are benefited. Unless the company feels that you can deliver the goods what is expected of, they will not employ you. Even if they employ you, the packet, the pay packet will be proportional to your ability. Please remember that. So this is the bonding also. I have given some examples. The same example I have to repeat. I know some of these I have listened to that. Again I am asking you that question. How many cricket lovers are there again? Cricket. That is the favorite game. How many? Yes? Don't feel shy, you can raise your hand. Okay, not many. Then I will ask you another question. How many are fond of movies? Please raise your hands. Movies. Yes. Don't laugh. Who is the best music director? Ya Rahman. Yes, very good. And we have so many music directors in this field. You know how much music Rahman charges? It will be around 15 to 20 crores. That is the latest figure. 15 crores for one movie. And there are directors who are available for a paltry amount of 5 lakhs or maximum 1 crore. Then why should 16 crores be paid to Rahman and why only 5 lakhs to other music directors? In music the same swaras are there, the Sapta Swaras, Sarigama Padanisa. But still they are prepared to pay 16 crores to A.R. Rahman. Why? Value addition. He has that value which the other directors are not having. Similarly, cricketers. Virat Kohli in IPL, he is sold for 16.5 crores or 20 crores. I don't exactly remember. And there are players who are available for 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs, 1 crore. See the difference. Same is the case with employment. Why some students can be employed with a pay package of 30 lakhs and why some people get only 3 lakhs? This is the puzzling question for all of you. Of course, given a chance, everybody would like to get 30 lakhs. Why only 30 lakhs? 3 lakhs, why should I study? He is also studying in the same college. He is your classmate, benchmate, roommate sometimes. And he gets 30 and I get 3. Don't you feel bad for that? So instead of feeling bad, understand why some people are more valuable than others. That is what is important for you during these 4 years of studies. In the name of the skills and also value-added courses, our computer science department has MOUs with ICT and many companies, and we have these MOUs with Cisco, Microsoft, Oracle, Dell, IIT Mumbai, which offer certification programs. And the department gives training for all the students in these certification programs. A BE degree plus 2 certificates, it may be equal to 25 lakhs. And a BE degree, no certificate, 3 lakhs. And BE degree, without any certificate, 0. So this is how you can build up your value when you are in this college for 4 long years. So first year, we are going to train you. The English department is taking care. Already they have some plans for that. You will be trained in communication skills, which is very, very, very important. Because unless you speak out what you know, how can others know what you know? That is very much required. And coming to second year onwards, the other skills that are required. Because these BE graduates, ultimately when you join a software company, you become managers. So you should have managerial skill. Working in a group, you must be able to take everybody with you. For that it requires skills. And there are so many other soft skills. Of course, I am not going to list out all these things. But these skills will be provided by our training partner of the college. When can you acquire these skills? Only when you pay attention, pay interest, attend all the classes that are offered during these 4 years. Yes, then you will be worth 30 lakhs. Otherwise, you may be worth 3 lakhs or 0 lakhs. The choice is yours. Whether you want to get a pay package of 30 or not. I will tell you the highest package a student got from this college is 28.5 lakhs in Amazon. And 2 students got around 15 to 16 lakhs in Byju's. And another student got 15 lakhs. But the beauty is none of them have joined these jobs. Why? Not that they are not interested in money, but their goal is different. Their goal is to become entrepreneurs and do jobs, not take jobs. So in this college, we are also providing through the IIC, Innovation Cell, what is required for innovative research, and by submitting it, encouraging you to submit patents, and these patents can be converted into startups. You all know, T-Hub is coming up in Hyderabad. Even our Prime Minister is encouraging the startups. There are lots of funding available. And if you get the confidence, you look at the confidence level. How many of you would leave a job when 28.5 lakhs is offered to you? Can you raise your hands? Yes. I congratulate him. That should be the spirit. We must become, engineers should become job providers, not job seekers. If you cannot provide, then you seek a job. That should be the spirit with which you should work during these 4 years. We are there to help you. We have competent faculty, all the facilities. The management is teacher friendly and student friendly. So take care of yourself, and if you want to excel, participate in all the activities. And because another thing I want to impress upon the young brains is your parents. They have lots of hopes on you. They are spending so much of money. Why they are doing that? With the intention that you will settle your life, not that they get something back. They have no parent expects anything from the students, from their wards. Let me tell you. It is in your own interest. Some of the people are employees, small-time employees. They don't get much, they don't earn much. In spite of that, they are spending lakhs of rupees. For Narayana Chaitanya itself, they must have to spend not less than 2 lakhs. Leave alone engineering. And again in engineering, minimum 5 to 6 lakhs they have to spend. Even if you are paying the fee, they have to spend 5 to 6 lakhs. Where from they get money? So they are taking loans. And I know some of the parents are half-starved. And then, why they are doing this? With the interest that you will come up in life and settle in life, and you have to make them proud. All these things can happen because now we have autonomy. Let me tell you, autonomy doesn't mean that because the college is conducting the examinations, I don't say that pass is assured. Last year some parents were under that impression. The management will be the last management to compromise on academic standards. Luckily we have established some name in Twin Cities as far as the standards are concerned. We don't want to dilute, we don't want to compromise on these standards. Let me caution the students, if you don't pass on your own, nobody can give you marks. No teacher can just like that give you marks. You have to pass on your own. And this year, why I am telling, some 22 students are detained in first year for want of the credits. You must secure 50% of the credits you must pass out of the total credits of first and second semester put together. They did not get it and they are failed. One employee, a mother, came and she was weeping just 2 days back in our office. What can we do, tell me? So that's why I am cautioning all the students. Be careful. The detention system is in vogue in Usmania University and in our college also. And another thing is discipline is very, very important because all these days you are not enjoying freedom. Even parents also, I know, they don't allow you to watch TV after coming home. They say afterwards you can see, but pass MCET and get a good rank. That is their interest. That is how you have not enjoyed. And some students now, after coming to engineering, we don't apply that much of pressure on students as is applied in corporate colleges. Because we wanted to train them as good professionals. They should learn on their own. We cannot apply pressure and we cannot force them to do a certain thing. So thereby what happens is they enjoy certain freedom. But enjoying freedom is alright. Have your friend circle. But look who is surrounding you. What type of friends you have. That is to be monitored by the parents. If you are surrounded by some bad elements, yes, your life will be affected. So this freedom you enjoy, but not misuse. As earlier, even now in the corporate sector they say meeting the deadlines is very important. You have to meet the deadline. But the days have changed. Now you have to beat the deadline, not meet the deadline. And the technology is changing very fast. Unless you are careful and expose yourself to the new technologies, you become obsolete. What is there in the curriculum, it is changing very fast. What you have learned in second year, by the time you come to fourth year, especially in subjects like CSC and IIDS, it becomes obsolete. So you must continuously update your knowledge. That means you must become self-learners or autonomous learners. You must learn on your own. Because each one have different goals. And our teachers cannot concentrate on a particular cross-section of students who are having a particular goal. Because somebody is interested only in jobs, we are not training you for jobs. This college is not training you, but we are providing you an opportunity to get yourself trained if your goal is to get a product. And if your goal is to go for higher studies, you have to evolve a different path. If you want to become an entrepreneur, the path you have to travel is different. So depending upon your interest, your goal, your choice, you have to choose your path. And fortunately, this college can provide a right path for all the cross sections of people having varied interests. That is what I can assure you as a director of this institution. So it is for you. And another thing is, attendance is compulsory, the principal has already told you. Now the government also is going to implement the biometric system. Okay, please take care of that. We don't want to detain any student for want of attendance. Don't force us, don't give us a chance. You are paying the fees to attend the college and learning something. Gain knowledge. Not to the option. This is another aspect I would like to highlight. So I hope you would be benefited during your stay of 4 years here. Again I am asking you, your parents and yourself, you are investing 4 years of time in this college. When I invest some money, now you are investing time. Time is more precious than money. If I lose money, I can get back, I can earn. If you lose time, can you earn the time? Can you get back the time? Never. So these 4 years, you are investing, your parents are investing in you this time. It should be fruitful to you. Otherwise, what happens? I know some cases, always there will be some stray cases. Don't take those examples. There may be 3 or 4 students every year, they discontinue engineering in 4th year, go away. Then what will be their pride? They will be again +2. That means they will be having only intermediate degree after spending 2 to 3 years in engineering. So be careful. These 4 years of study, if you work hard, whatever effort you have put in +2, extend it for another 4 years, then definitely you can settle in life and come out with flying colors. Whereas, by enjoying the freedom that is provided in a college, if you want to enjoy these 4 days by spending your time with the friends, because this is centrally situated, there is another drawback. There are so many theatres, there are so many restaurants, there are so many other colleges also. So you will be carried away by these forces that surround you. But don't allow them, because you are all grown-up children now. So this, by working hard for these 4 days, 4 years, you can settle in your life. The rest of the life is in your hands. So whether you work hard during these 4 years, come out with flying colors or not, who can decide? Not your parents, not your teacher, not your class, not your employer. It is you who is responsible for your future. So your destiny is in your hands. Nobody can change your destiny. You can only say this is the path you have to follow. The teachers will advise, the TPO will advise, the mentor will advise. Can we do something to achieve that? Without your cooperation, without your involvement, nobody can help you. So please remember these things. I don't want to extend further. I will be interacting with the students afterwards during this induction program for some more time. And for paucity of time, I am stopping here. And I hope you will enjoy your stay and you give me assurance that you will come out with flying colors after working hard for 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I think after listening to sir's speech, most of you would be aware and impression that life becomes hardest. It would be, yes, but like Madhusudan sir already said, if you make a plan and work on your plan and implement it from the day one, nothing becomes very tough for you. You all can become very individuals. So, as the day proceeds, I would like to invite upon our chief guest of honor, Ms. Raijaz Khan, to address the gathering. Before sir begins, we would like to present the memento. I would like Secretary sir, Principal sir and Director sir to present the memento to Madhusudan sir.
respected dignitaries, guests, parents, and dear friends, all the students. Good afternoon. Do you know that collectively all the speakers that came on the dais here, you've heard words of wisdom of a total experience of more than 100 years. So all the things that you've heard actually is a wealth of experience and wisdom. Only if you're able to apply that in your life, you'll see the difference. How many students are sitting here? How many students? Fantastic, thank you. Okay, I have one simple question for all of you. How many of you have joined engineering without caring about whether you wanted engineering or not? You just wanted some degree, and you're not going to use engineering or this degree or any knowledge that you get in the next 4 years, you're not going to use in future. So how many of you have taken up just for the sake of taking it up? Anybody like that here? Okay, do we have anyone who has actually taken up engineering because you are going to use this in your life? You're going to do something meaningful from this degree or the knowledge thereof, or you're going to use this degree for getting a job or a career. How many of you are going to do that? Right, so most of you seem to be taking up engineering because you want to create something in life out of this degree and what you learn from here. So, when it comes to sharing, what should we do? I think we've had some wonderful speakers, and what they have shared, I think if you remember 1% of that, and if you're able to apply 1% of that, I think you're going to be a very, very successful engineer, and you will have an amazing career. And I mean it, if you apply 1% of what you heard so far. What I'm going to tell you is a story, but before I tell you a story, I want to ask you, do you want to hear? I also have some good things and bad things to share. What will you start with? Good things or bad things? Okay. Generally, I don't know why I've seen most people start with bad things, and I think maybe in the end they want to have the sweet things later. Yeah, all right. Right, so I'll start with the bad news since that's what you want. So the bad news is that you've been hearing this since your childhood. Your parents have been telling you, work hard for this exam, you know, after that it will be better, up to your 8th and then 9th. Once you cross 9th, just one more boards, work hard, get good marks, strong foundation, and then things will be easier. Once you cross 10th, then it's about 11, 12. This inter is very important. Once you cross 12, then the MCET exam and so on. So you keep hearing, right? And what you're told is once the exam is over and you've got a good college and then your life is set. Have you heard this? Right? So the bad news is that this is not true. It's not going to happen like that. Because whatever hard work you've done till now, you have to do more hard work now in engineering. Right? You thought 11, 12, those 12 to 14 hours of studies in Naran and Chaitanya were enough. Well, that was just for marks. But what you heard so far is for the rest of your life. So what you're going to do now is going to impact for the rest of your life. So the bad news is that what you heard and you thought that engineering and the college is going to be fun, no uniform, no strictness. Well, you've joined Methodist. I'm very happy that Methodist has a strictness as well. So what you imagined probably may not be the same. The other, not so good news is that you must have heard about recession as well. The jobs, the market is not good. The salary packages have gone down this year, next year, and so on. So all this is not sounding not so good. So if this is the bad news, then what is the good news? So the good news is, starts with the fact that today you have joined engineering, and the first step towards your career and professional professional education is achieved, which means you have joined a professional organization, professional college, and Methodist happens to be a very, very good institution. The good news is that the management and the leadership of this institution is very focused on the students' future, and they do everything. I've seen personally in the last few years, they do everything that they can to make sure that all of you, all the students, start a good career. The good news is that your HODs and faculty are excellent, and they work very hard on the same lines, and they make sure that they give you good knowledge and academic understanding and basically create your foundation for future. The good news is that your placement department is excellent, and they do whatever they can to bring excellent companies, all kinds of companies, to give you the opportunity to start your future. The good news is that the infrastructure is good, and I've heard from all the speakers that this is centrally located. You're going to save a lot of time. Now you're going to watch movies after that or study, that is your choice. But yes, you will save a lot of time coming and going back from this college. So another good news is that there's a lot of focus in this institution for skilling. And your skilling will start from the first year. When I say skilling, what I mean is what the industries are looking at, and you've already heard, and you've also heard from Mr. Madhusudan, who clearly mentioned what the companies want from you, how you need to be working on that. So this institution focuses very, very hard on upskilling you. That's again a good news. The good news is that the recession would be over by then, by the time you pass out, and you may again be sitting in a position where, as Mr. Madhusudan said, by the time you pass out, you could be, you will have 20 opportunities or 20 companies lined up for you, provided you have the skills, right? So there's a lot of good news. Now I want to actually just quickly take you through a story, a very interesting, very inspiring story, which I always love reading. Have you heard about this person called Aruna Sinha? Some of you must have seen, maybe you don't remember the name, but you must have seen some video or must have read about this lady. Is it okay? Shall I start the story? Yes. All right. So, Aruna Sinha is from UP, a place near Lucknow, and she was actually a sports person. She used to love football. She was a national level player for volleyball. She wanted to pursue her career in sports and volleyball. But what happened, her father had passed away when she was 3 years old, and the responsibility of the entire family was on her mother. And when she grew up, she wanted to take on the responsibility, share the responsibility. She had 2 more siblings, and she decided that she should have a job, because she could not pursue, like we were taking example of Sachin Tendulkar. Not everyone becomes Sachin Tendulkar. So she decided to take up a job, and she started pursuing these opportunities in these paramilitary forces like BSF, CRPF, ITBP, because you can also pursue your sports when you're working there. Unfortunately, she did not get any opportunity, but once she got an interview call in CISF, she was on the way. She hopped on a train, a passenger train in a general compartment. She was traveling in the night, and it was overcrowded, and she was standing somewhere close to the door, and there were 4 or 5 thugs who actually wanted to snatch her chain. She was wearing a gold chain gifted by her mother. That was the only expensive thing she had. And she did not want to let the chain go, and she was a sports person, very strong willed, and she tried resisting, and nobody was there to help her. Nobody out of the entire, fully crowded compartment, nobody helped her. And these people snatched the train and threw her out of the train. She fell down on the tracks from a running train, and she was badly injured. She could not even move because she had broken ribs and a lot of fractures. And it was a track, there were trains coming all the time, and the next train that came, her leg was on the rail, and the train actually cut her leg. She was lying there. Till Till she was found the next morning by locals. 49 trains had passed, and she lost a lot of blood. She was not conscious. Locals took her to the railway station. She was lying on the platform for a very long time. After that, she was taken to the government hospital, where she was treated in some, I don't want to get into those details, but those are very, very gory and very scary details. Then what happened, finally she was taken to AIMS and she was getting treated there, and when she realized what she had lost, and not just the leg but the future, the life of a sports person, all her dreams, everything was lost. At some point she decided that she is going to do, since God gave her life, she decided to use it for something better, and she decided that she would climb Mount Everest. She had not even started walking, but she had decided that she was going to climb Mount Everest. And she connected with one, Bachendra Pal. Thank you. You always say me here. So she connected with Bachendra Pal. She's the first woman Mount Everest climber. She connected with her, and Bachendra Pal actually told her that in this situation, in this condition, if you have decided to conquer Mount Everest, the fact is that you've already done it. The only thing now you have to do is physically go there and just go to the mountain. But deciding to do something like this is actually more than enough. Then she started her training, and she continued, worked very hard for the next 1.5 years, and this accident happened in 2011. And in 2013, she actually climbed Mount Everest. And not just that, after that she decided that she would also climb the highest peaks of every continent, all the 7 continents, and she has actually done it. All the 7 highest peaks of 7 continents she's climbed. Today she's got Padma Shri, she's got so many other awards, she's been recognized by so many different organizations and prime ministers and presidents and chief ministers and globally. And she's also decided to open one organization where she wants to support sportsmen, and she's funding it. She's also written a book, so she's also an author, and she's also married and is well settled now. So I like to show you some pictures so you can connect. This is when she was found. She's got a prosthetic leg. She's practicing climbing. She's climbing the peaks, Mount Everest, awarded. This is where she is today. The reason I have told you this story is that you've heard all the speakers. If you remember 1% of it, and if you apply that, you will be able to make a lot of difference in your life. This institution is going to help you not only in your academics, but also making sure that you are prepared for the industry. But the question is, will you do it? Like Director Sir was mentioning, will you do it? Will you be able to? Now, it all depends upon you. Now, you also heard, what is the highest package here? 28.5, you remember. And what is the lowest? Alright, so whatever that lowest is, the fact is that only 1% got this 28.5. So, will you or will you not? It depends upon you. Not everyone is going to reach 28.5, but can you reach 28.5? If you want, you can. Who will that be will depend upon you. So if she can, you also can. If you look at what she's done the impossible. Everyone told her that you cannot do it. When she had no leg and the situation she was in where she was dealing with life and death, everyone thought that she's just mad and she cannot do it. But she did that. Today, what you're asking, what everyone is asking you, or what your parents is asking you to do is not impossible. It's something that you just need to work hard and do it. Right? So it's not impossible. So, now, while there are a lot of things, there are a lot of approaches to look at, what I would want to bring your focus on is that the first thing that you need to do today, and before you start your first year, is have a goal. Now, goal can be any goal. You want to become an entrepreneur, you want to join Google, you want to join any other company, you want to have your own company, you want a job, you want to give jobs, it's up to you. But have a goal. Once you have a goal and you stick to your goal, you're determined to meet your goal, and you do, when I say determination, it means you just go mad in doing everything that you can and stick to your goal. If you're able to do that, for that, whatever needs to be done, I'm not getting into those details because a lot of those details are already shared to you, kind of things. What value are you creating? What value are you giving to, in your area? Are you doing projects? Are you doing, internships? Are you creating something? Are you making something, building something? Right? You heard all those in the past 1 hour. So the question is that you have to be determined to be able to make and meet your goal. The third thing is focus. A lot of times, you must have seen, a lot of times you decide, okay, tomorrow I'll get up and do it. Tomorrow I'll get up and start my exercise and jogging and so on. But tomorrow sometimes doesn't come, or even if it comes, it doesn't last for too long. So can you stay focused on your goal for the next 4 years is what will make a lot of difference. So if you're focused on your goal and you stay away from all the distractions can be as simple as social media, your mobile. It can be as something as your friends who probably don't have the same goal and they don't have the same focus. So stay focused on your goal, and determination will take you there. And in this journey, as I said, you're in very good hands, and all the people, from management to every single faculty in the organization in this college is going to be helping you. We as Talent Show, we also support you in this endeavor to get placed. So while you do this, I would also like you to keep your, I'd say, keep that in mind that when you're working for this success, remember there are a lot of people who have supported you, helped you reach till here, starting with your parents and a lot of other people in your family, your teachers, your mentors, your guides, your people who have, probably were your seniors, sometimes your neighbors and so on, people who helped you reach here, and at the same time, there will be people, your parents and your teachers, most importantly, they will be helping you reach your goal. So, while on this journey and when you achieve your goal, make sure that you do give them the love and the respect and the gratitude that they deserve while on the way to your success. Right? With that, I wish you all the best and do well in your life and be successful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Like always, you're always inspiring and motivating, and thanks for inspiring all our students over here. Now I request our principal sir to introduce the HODs of Civil Mechanical, Triply and AI MBAs.
Good afternoon once again. Let me introduce the HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department. Sir, please come. Dr. A. Rajshekhar, Head Mechanical Engineering Department, Hyderabad. Obtained his BE Mechanical, ME Production Engineering from the University College of Engineering. He obtained his PhD from Mechanical Engineering from Osmania University in the field of welding metrology. He has around 22 years of teaching experience in various engineering colleges and 8 years of industrial experience. He received Professor Radhakrishna Endowment Best Paper Award, and he has published in nearly 25 international journals and 10 national journals in his credit. He has authored 2 books and he has got 5 patents. He has delivered innovative lectures and all like. So, Dr. Rajsekhar will be the HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department. So, I request the concerned student and parents, please, if you have anything, we can talk to the HOD. Thank you very much. I request Dr. Lavanya to come on the dais. So, Dr. Lavanya, she is the head of AIDS, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Received her bachelor's and master's degree in computer science. She obtained her PhD from JNTU Hyderabad. She has got 18 years of teaching experience. She has published more than 22 papers in the international journals. She is a life member of IST, member of IEEE Computer Society ACM. She organized many national level and international conferences. So shortly in the month of December, she will be planning for 2 more international conferences from our department, CSA and AIDS. So this is what I want to tell. I request all the students and the parents, if you have any related queries to the computer science and AIDS, you can talk to Dr. Lavanya, HOD of computer science and AIDS. Thank you very much. I request Dr. Mastanama, Mr. Mastanama, Madam HOD of Electrical Engineering Department, HOD of Electrical Engineering Department. She obtained Masters of Engineering in Industrial Rights and Control from Osmania University and Master of Technology in Computer Science from JNTU Hyderabad. She has submitted her thesis and now this result is awaited, her PhD thesis is awaited. She has got 22 years of teaching experience. She has got one Indian patent and 2 international patents granted to her credit. She has published many papers in the international and national level. So, Madam will be the HOD. Madam is the HOD of Triple Engineering Department. So, the students of Triple E as well as the parents, if they want any queries or something like that, we can talk to the concerned HOD, that Dr. Mastanama. Now, let me introduce HOD of Civil Engineering Department. Please come. Dr. Bandita Nayak. She obtained her BTech in Civil Engineering from Biju Patnaik University of Technology, Rourkela, that is NIT, in 2005, and PhD in Water Resources Engineering from National Institute of Technology, Rourkela, in 2017. She has more than 11 years of teaching experience and research experience. She is associated with various professional organizations, published nearly 40 research papers in the international journals in the area of water resources engineering, and she was a reviewer for many reputed journals. She has 3 book chapters to her credit. She has guided 11 MTech students and 21 BTech students. So she is HOD of Civil Engineering Department. If you have any related questions, the parents and students can ask. Thank you very much.
Now I invite Dr. K. Anuradha Reddy to introduce the faculty members of HNS Department, Humanities and Sciences.
A very good afternoon to one and all. HNS Department comprises of Mathematics, Physics, Chemistry and English, including Environmental Sciences. Let me introduce the faculty of first year. And coming from the Department of Mathematics, I'll take the privilege of introducing Dr. Swati Mathur. Swati Mathur has a rich experience of 23 years. She is a doctorate and done a PhD from Osmania University. Mr. Joseph has a rich experience of 20 years. Mr. Ramakrishna, Mr. Swami, and Mrs. Swapna. So all these 5 faculty deal with the mathematics subjects, what you have in the first and the second semester, including the third semester also. Mathematics 1, Mathematics 2 and Mathematics 3. Now coming to the next department, Department of Physics. I'm also from the Department of Physics. And the next person from our department is Dr. Veerabhadra Rao. Is having a rich experience of 23 years, has done his PhD from Osmania University, and is also the controller of examinations. Next is Dr. Arun Kumar. He has done his PhD from Madras. He is having a rich experience of 8 years. And next is Mrs. Srikar, having an experience of 10 years. And we are all under the umbrella of Lakshmipati Rao sir.
I stopped teaching physics, trying to motivating the students.
Thank you, sir. Now it's the chemistry department. Dr. Ravi Kumar has done his PhD from Osmania University, having experience of 4 years. Mr. Mohan is having an experience of 6 years. These 2 faculty teach chemistry. Now coming from the Department of English, Mrs. Sona Lakshmi. So faculty of English having a rich experience of 26 years. Ms. Hepsiba having experience of 21 years. Ligamurthy having experience of 12 years. And A.L. Jayashree having experience of 9 years. So these 4 faculty teach English. Now coming for the environmental science. Now Santosh Kumar sir is going to teach environmental science. He has done his PhD from JIT. Thank you. I would like to inform all the parents from tomorrow onwards, for the next 3 days, we are going to have an induction program. The program starts at 9:30 and gets winded up by 3:30. All the students are instructed to get their lunch boxes. And we are going to start the classwork from Monday onwards. The college timings are from 9:15. The college timings are from 9:30 to 4:15. Now coming for the disciplines concerned, we want all the students to maintain high discipline in the class as well as in the environment. In this total campus, because total campus is under CCTV surveillance. We have around 102 or 103 CC cameras placed at all the blocks and all the floors. So we want high discipline, because strict action will be taken if the discipline is not maintained in the campus. Very recently, for the 22-23 year, we have restricted a student from the campus for his misbehavior in the campus. So we want all the students to maintain high discipline, and I want even the discipline to be maintained in the auditorium also, and all the students are supposed to be gathered here in this particular room only from tomorrow onwards from 9:30. So we want you to come by 9:15, not late comers. Everybody has to be here by 9:15. Parents need not come, only students from tomorrow onwards for the next 3 days. And we are going to give the roll numbers, everything, and we are going to display the timetable by Saturday. And from Monday onwards, we are going to have a classwork. Classwork will be started. And already morning, some of the parents came saying that my son, I want to leave to some other place for 15-20 days. We don't give any permission. Attendance is mandatory. Every student has to maintain 75% of attendance. And I want all the parents, once the internal exam is done, we call for a parent-teachers meeting. We generally observe that the parents don't turn up for the parent-teachers meeting. We request, my humble request is, we want the parents to come and meet the teachers to know the performance of the student in the examination as well as their attendance details. If anybody has any doubts, you can get the doubts clear. Yeah.
Yesterday we got a link for the student app. Is there any such kind of app for the parent?
We do form, ma'am. Once we start with the classwork, we do form the parents link also. No, that is a general group that we have posted only for giving information regarding the orientation and induction program. Then after we make the sections, we are going to form a parents group, and any fee notifications, anything, we are going to post it in that particular group. So any queries from this side? So thank you very much. I request ML Murthy to present vote of thanks.
Good evening. I don't want to take much time. Let me finish quickly. Okay. I am privileged to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. I, on behalf of HNS department, would like to thank all the honorable delegates who have blessed us with their presence. I express my sincere thanks to all the invited speakers, especially our chief guest, Shri Madhusudan Gilada, and our guest of honor, Mr. Ezaz Khan. We express our heartfelt thanks for their immense contribution. Our sincere thanks to Secretary and Correspondent Shri Krishna Rao Garu, gracing this occasion with your presence. Our sincere thanks to members, management, Mr. Rakesh Reddy and Mr. Pradeep Reddy Garu for their gracing this occasion with your presence. We are grateful to our beloved director, Sir, Professor Lakshmipati Rao Garu, and our director and our dynamic principal, Sir, Mr. Prabhuji Benakop, for their unstinted support for this function. Our sincere thanks to Dean Venkateshwar Garu for his presence. Our heartfelt thanks to HOD HNS Shri Anuradha Reddy for her supervision and encouragement. Our heartfelt thoughts to the heads of various departments, teaching and non-teaching staff members, for making this event successful by all your presence. We owe thanks to all the parents who have kept trust in us. Lastly, I would like to thank all the freshman students participating in the orientation program. Thank you all.
So positively we are going to see the students tomorrow before 9:30. Lunch box.
All of you are civil in this hall only.
So don't encourage students to eat from canteen. They want food in the bus.
Parents and students are requested to take snacks boxes.